about this one. Finally, we have got to titanium. Now, this one I think you've probably heard of. Now, have a look at its structure. It's element number 22. It is a metal. It is super strong and super light, which gives it a lot of superpowers. And that's what we're going to go over. First of all, titanium. It was discovered in 1791 in Cornwall, here, bottom of England, by William Gregor in 1791, and it was named by Martin Klaproth in 1795, and he named it after these people, the Titans. We're talking about Greek mythology here, and the Titans were supposed to be, there was 12 of them, and they were supposed to be the forefathers and mothers of pre-Olympia. They had a big war with Zeus. Bad idea. Anyway, now the Titans were giants, super strong, and that's why he named titanium titanium after the Titans, because it is super strong but very light. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Now, there are quite a few cards, by the way, named after mythological beings. Quickly pull them up. We've got we've got, of course, titanium. We've got vanadium, named after Vanadis, the goddess of beauty from Norse mythology. We've got niobium, named after Niobe, who is the daughter of this nasty guy. We're going to come to him in a few weeks' time. Tantalus, so there's tantalum over there. Over here we have Mercury, the messenger of the gods. We've got these two, cobalt and nickel. They're sort of characters. They're named after goblins or evil spirits. And further over here we've got selenium, named after Selene, the goddess of the moon, who incidentally was a daughter of one of the Titans. And we've got sort of edging in here, we've got tellurium, which is one of my favourite characters. But it's going to be a long time before we get to this one. This is to do with the earth gods. Anyway, right now, titanium, there's a lot to do with the Titans and superheroes. There is, in the movie and TV industry, for example, we've got a 2018 TV series called The Titans. We have a film called The Titan, and that's about making humans with not superpowers but super abilities so they can survive on the moon, Titan, which is the largest moon circling Saturn. And of course we have this character here, Thanos. Now Thanos from the Avengers movies is a Titan, and he is going around the universe with a bad attitude while he collects elemental crystals in his gauntlet so he can wreak havoc. And of course Titans is synonymous with strength and size. And they made, unfortunately, the Titanic. That was named after the Titans, the famous ship that sunk on its maiden voyage. If they had have made it out of titanium, it might have survived. I don't know. But it was made out of mild steel. Now, titanium is super strong. And if you have a look at our picture of the proportions of the elements on Earth, you'll see that titanium, there's a lot of it all over the Earth. But it's really hard to process because titanium really likes to join onto this one, oxygen. And the process to break down to get the titanium out of ores is insanely expensive, and it makes it 6 times more expensive than steel, which is really tough. And if you remember, steel is made out of iron and carbon, so it's just as strong as steel but much, much lighter. Now, titanium can be alloyed. If you remember from our other videos, it's when you start mixing various elements, metallic elements together. And titanium can be alloyed with iron, aluminium, vanadium. Let's pull them all up actually. Iron, aluminium, vanadium and molybdenum to make extremely strong, lightweight metals that can be used for all sorts of things. For example, the space industry. If you bring up the card, let's have a look at the, see the background. We've got a rocket, a space rocket. It's used in high performance cars, bicycles, but it's very unreactive. The body doesn't recognize it, and it does mix with oxygen. If you remember our previous video, remember this, where you get an oxidized barrier which protects the rest of the metal from rusting, but the human body doesn't really react to it. So it's ideal for making things like hip joints. As you can see, we'll look up a close up here. There's a hip joint tucked away in the card there. Knee joints, all sorts of other joints, dental implants. So it's really useful for medicine, and they also add it into things like to protect you from this thing, the sun. They add it into sunscreen because it's good at bouncing off light. And if you ever see any white paint, here is a picture of some white paint. Cool, hey? White paint will have titanium in it, usually. And they also use it in fireworks. And I'll show you a little demo here. We've got some steel. This is ordinary steel. If I grind this up, you see that's a sort of yellowy look, but this is a small piece of titanium. You saw that bright white spark, so they use it in fireworks. So it's a really useful, expensive, super light, super strong metal, and it's the first in our group 4. Next time we're going to have a look at zirconium. Incidentally, there's zircons in this blade here. And if you want the free artwork, don't forget, contact elementskapa.com, leave your email address, and I'll get all this high definition artwork posted off to you. See you next time for zirconium. Take care. Bye.